Hello everyone, I Assistant Professor Pragati Shetty from Department of Microbiology, KJ Somaiya College. In this online lecture, we will study about the biosensors. In the last lecture, we saw the biochips. In this lecture, we will see about the biosensors. So, biosensor basically name says that the biological sensor. So, it is a type of sensor that is based on the use of sensing functions of the biological molecule, and that's why that is called as the biosensors. Okay, now the biocomponent, that is any biological molecule that we are using for the sensing, that react with the analyte, that is our substrate. Okay, the substrate which we want to test for, that is your analyte. And now after the reaction that will produce the signal, and that signal will either produce a physical change or can be produce the chemical change. Okay, that will be determined using the detector or a reader. All right, so the working of the biosensor is same like the biochips. In the biosensors also we have the we have the analyte, then we have the transducer, we have the amplifier, detector, and the display. Okay, so in this picture you can see the schematic of the biosensors. So now starting with the A, that is the bioelement. Okay, now the bioelement, which is our biological molecule that is carrying out the reaction. All right, then the B portion is the transducer. Okay, the transducer, it will transfer that signal. C will be the amplifier that will amplifies that signal, that result. Then D will be the processor that will process that signal to the detector or the reader, and that E will be the display. Okay, then our signal that is produced with the biological element, with the biological molecule, that will be seen on the display. Okay, now we will see the components of the biosensors. So as we discussed in the biochips also having the transducer and the detector. In this also we are having the transducer and the detector. Okay, so now what are the main components for working of the biosensor, or what is the assembly of the biosensor? So biosensor will contain a sensor. Okay, that is our biological molecule, that is only the sensor, because that is used for sensing, right? Sensing the signal. So that is the sensor, then transducer, then amplifier, processor, and the display unit. Okay, now the receptor and the detector, these are the two main components. Okay, receptor, which means our sensor, that is our biological entity, biological molecule that we are using with the in the biosensor for carrying out the reaction or for sensing. Okay, so that receptor can be the enzyme, that biological molecule in the biosensor can be enzymes, antibodies, lipid layers, immobilized cells. Okay, this types of the biomolecules we can be used, that will act as the receptor. Okay, in the biosensor. Now the receptor is responsible for the selectivity of the sensor. Okay, now the detector, which detect the signal. Detector can be the pH electrode, oxygen electrode, hydrogen peroxide sensor, thermistor, ion selective electrode, piezoelectric crystal. Okay, now detector can play the role of the transducer in some cases. Okay, these are the example of the receptor, and these are the example of the detector. Okay, receptor, which means that receive the signal. Okay, that will receive, or that is responsible for carrying out the reaction. Okay, so therefore that is responsible for the selectivity of the sensor, the sensing of the biosensors. All right. Now again, in this picture you see the components of the biosensors, as we have mentioned some types of the receptor and the detector. So here they have shown, starting from the left hand side there is the analytes. Okay, after that there is the bioreceptor. Now the bioreceptor can be the enzyme, can be the antibody, can be the microorganism cell, or can be the cell. Okay, now there is the transducer. Now in the transducer, the enzyme, in case of the enzyme, is the bioreceptor. Okay, then that will carry out the reaction. Analyte will bind to that enzyme. Okay, the reaction will be processed. Then electroactive substance, for say the electroactive substance will produce, that can be determined using the detector such as the pH electrode. You can see in that picture. Okay, so this second portion that is mentioning the electroactive substance, then the pH change, then the heat, light, or the mass change, these are the reactions that will be produced by our biological molecule. Okay, and these reactions will be detected using the detector. Okay, detector types they have mentioned: electrode, semiconductor pH electrode, thermistor, photon counter, then the piezoelectric device. Okay, this can be the types of the detectors that can be present in the biosensor. Okay, now so basically we having the analyte, our molecule to be testing for, that is our analyte. The bioreceptor we are having, the most important, the major component in the biosensor, right? Bioreceptor, then the transducer that will transfer the signal from the bioreceptor to the detector. Okay, you can see in that arrow signal transducers. Okay, they have mentioned as the signal transducer. So the signal will transduce to the detector, and once it will reach to the detector, it will detect that signal, measure that signal. The one important point to be noted here are the biosensors are the analytical device, so we can measure the quantity. Okay, measure the concentration of the particular sample also using the biosensors. So therefore after this the detector will detect the signal, will measurable the signal, and then with the help of the electricity, electric current, electric waves, that will be displayed on the display unit. Okay, yes. So now depending on the design of the biosensor, the various receptor detector combinations can be possible. Okay, so for example, if the enzyme is receptor, then the detector can be the oxygen electrode. Again, when the enzyme is the receptor, the detector can be the hydrogen peroxide sensor. Again, when the enzyme is receptor, the detector can be the thermistor. So we will be having the different combinations of the receptor detector depending on the type of the biosensor design. Okay, now we will see the working and the role of the sensor and the transducer. Okay, now coming to the first picture, in that they have mentioned the sensor. So as the name says, the sensor will be responsible for sensing, right? Sensing any reaction or sensing the change in the reaction. So it is a sensitive biological element. For example, microorganism, the cells, organelle, cell receptor, antibodies, enzyme, nucleic acid, and many more we can use in the biosensor, right? So these are the responsible for sensing the molecules, sensing the reactions. Okay. The second is the transducer. Transducer, what will transducer do? It will transfer the signal. So therefore the device that will convert the energy from one form to the another form. Okay. And that's why that will transfer this converted energy to the detector. Therefore detector can therefore be able to process that energy and show the results on the display unit. Okay. In biosensor, transducer convert the biochemical activities into the electrical energy. Okay, this is the important point. What will transducer do in the biosensors? Biosensor will having the biochemical energy, right? So the transducer will convert this biochemical energy into the electrical energy for the displaying the results into the display unit. Okay. Now we will see the working principle of the biosensors. So biosensors are operated based on the principle of the signal transduction. Okay, signal transduction is the major principle behind the working of the biosensors. Right? Anyway, the biosensor, the sensors are detecting the signals, right? Are sensing the signal. So therefore it is based on the signal transduction. Now the bioreceptor that is allowed to interact with the annelid. The transducer measures this interaction and output the signal. Transducer will measure this signal, convert this signal into the electrical energy and proceeding towards the detector. Therefore then detector show the obtained results in the display unit. Okay. The intensity of the signal output is proportional to the concentration of the annelid. As I mentioned, using the biosensors we can actually measure the concentration of the sample, and that is proportional to the signal output. So the more will be the signal output, the more will be the concentration. Okay, more will be the output we will got, more will be the concentration of the annelid, the test sample. Okay, the signal is then amplified, processed by the electronic system and the displayed on the display unit digital platform. Okay. Now what are the features of the biosensors? Right. So there are the features for the biochips also, and here are the features of the biosensors. Okay. So the biosensor should be highly specific for the annelid, right? It should be very specific for the annelid for binding and for carrying out the biochemical reactions. Then second, the reaction used should be independent of the manageable factors like pH, temperature, stirring, etc. That means that the parameters such as the pH, temperature change should not affect our reaction. So therefore we have to select such reaction that will be not affected by these factors. Okay. Now the resonance should be the linear over the range of the annelid concentration. Okay, if the resonance is linear, the resonance is same throughout the process, then only the sample reaction, that the signal we are getting, that will be processed. Okay, so therefore the responses should be the linear. The responses should be the linear over the useful range of the annelid concentration. Okay, now the device should be tiny and the biocompatible, that will be compatible to the biological molecule, right? And the device should be very little, the tiny. Okay, the device should be cheap, should be small, should be easy to use, and should be capable of the repeated use. Okay, so these are the features of the biosensor. A biosensor should have these properties, should fit these features okay, for its working and for the conventional and the efficient use. Okay, now there are the types of the biosensors, namely colorimetric biosensor, potentiometric biosensor, acoustic wave biosensors, ampermetric biosensors, and the optical biosensors. So we will see these types in the next lecture. I hope you understood this online lecture. In this online lecture, we saw what are the biosensors, okay, then components of the biosensors, then the working principle of the biosensors, then we saw the various examples for the receptor and the detector, then certain combinations of the detector receptor, right? And then we saw the features of the biosensor. I hope you understood today's lecture. If you have any doubt regarding this, please ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching.